Radar contact.
So here's an interesting question. So if dance music's so not political, why has the government gives this political backlash and so focuses on dance music so much?
Again, it's dance music isn't political. But what it is people that are politicians, they need things that will get their voters interested in them. They need people to vote for them. A way to get people to vote for them is to get them excited about something that they can fear. What can they fear? Something they don't know a lot about. And dance music, because it is always just kept to itself, it hasn't drawn lots of attention. It hasn't said, look at me, we want this, or we want to take over your thing, or this is what we stand for. So nobody knows a lot about it, except that a lot of people love it, and it draws a lot of people to come and listen to music. So there must be something wrong with it. And that's what they go at.
Then why not rock? I know you know, but why not rock and roll? Rock and roll draws a lot of music. So does hip hop. So do other genres. Why focus so much on dance music if it creates such a positive vibe?
Because people make a lot of money on rock and roll. There's major corporations that put together tours. There's major labels that are making money off the bands touring and their albums. There's huge theaters that are making money constantly booking the bands. There's radio that's making money off these bands. There's the same with like sports. Any of these things, inherently sports is about aggression and violence, but nobody points that out. People just go, a lot of people are showing up at these games and they're sponsored by Budweiser or other things that we hold sacred, Coke and Pepsi. So nobody's gonna attack that.
Interesting. Just a couple more questions. Where do you think now EDC's moved to Vegas, it's gotten bigger. Do you think
Is that where we are?
Yeah. Right. Where do you think it's going to go? Do you think it's going to get bigger? Do you think it's going to get international? Do you think it's going to become a Coachella? Is it, what are your thoughts?
Well, already we've seen this year that it's gone on the road, throughout the United States and people have responded very well. And I think a lot of it is because other brands have come in and tried to, like from the UK especially, we had brands that came in and they tried to bring their parties over here. But again, that was about brands. What's different about Insomniac, about like EDC and Nocturnal and these events is they developed as a party first. The brand was second. And over the years of successful parties, people have become extremely loyal and they trust the names of the events. So now when these events go out on the road and they go to other places, you've got people that have come from other parts of the country already to see EDC, like in Los Angeles. So when it comes to their town, they are already familiar with it and it's got a positive thing, and they recognize a lot of the DJs that have been playing around in the United States, and now here they are at a festival, and it's that same festival atmosphere and that same attention to detail to make it a special event that's being brought to their community and to their city, and I think people respond incredibly well to it.
What are your thoughts on it being in Las Vegas this year?
I love it. I think Los Angeles really missed out, and but that's the city's problem. Vegas wins, and you can see right here it's even more successful than any other one. So I think it was a great move.
Cool. I always ask this question because it always could change. Where do you see the future of dance music going? Where do you see the culture going? Where do you see? I know it's hard to say, but what are your thoughts?
I've got no idea. I just hope I'm a part of it.
There you go. Cool. That's it.
Awesome.
That's quick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Radar contact.